win more friends, create relationships with powerful people in your field. So just a show of hands, and as you know, we've had some technical difficulties. I want to make sure everyone can see our screen. So if you can just take a second and sort of show us by clapping of your hands on the right, there's a little button there you can press. If you would please do that for us, that would be wonderful. Okay, looks like everybody can see.
Okay.
Okay.
Click. Oh. Okay.
So get ready to take some notes. And we do, again, thank you for your grace for a bit of a late start. We realize that your time is valuable. We are going to make this an interactive webinar, and we're going to have some specialists on the webinar with us. So if you want to type in some of your questions in the little question box, they're going to do their utmost to try and answer them for you. Make sure you have pen and paper, ready, set to go. And I just want to make sure that you're going to interact with this, because you are going to get as much out of this as much as you put into it. So it's very important that you interact with us, because it keeps us going, and we need that tonight. So we thank you for your grace.
And feel free to answer the questions on the slides. Express your thoughts. How important is it to you to be able to skillfully communicate? How well you communicate will determine a lot about how your life will progress. We will show you how to feel safe and secure with your interactions, and just as important, have others feel safe and secure with you. What did we have?
We missed a slide. That's okay.
No, we didn't miss no slide. One second here. Okay. Now. Okay. Oh, okay. Some slide.
We did.
Somehow it disappeared. Okay.
How effectively do we connect? Are we listening? The key to really connecting with someone in any interaction is first, seek to understand the person. Let that person reveal what they want you to know. When you stop, listen, and learn, that's when you understand. That's understanding. The real purpose of communication and connecting is understanding. Imagine how your world would improve when you, at the very least, take that first step towards connecting, seeking first to understand.
Okay, this got reversed. Okay, fine. Communication's the delivery system of your value to the marketplace. How do you deliver your value to others? Do they recognize you for you or as someone else? What can be done to improve your value to the marketplace?
So you're about to discover on this webinar, and you might want to write this down, the future belongs to the communicator. Mastering advanced communication skills will bring you greater enjoyment, greater satisfaction, respect, and greater productivity to your personal, social, and business life. How important is that? Managing interactions. Being a skilled communicator is not just about how we talk to people. It's also about how we can manage situations, not just sort of by leading a group. Sometimes a leader has to step aside and let someone else lead, let someone else pull the reins, but make sure the group is staying cohesive. For instance, we had a meeting yesterday at work, and there was really no agenda. So I sort of stepped up and said, okay, what does everyone feel is important to them? And then we had some roundtable discussions. Sometimes you just need to either step up or take a step back, but be aware of how you can manage those interactions.
Discovering the secrets of building rapport will enable you to create more meaningful, long-lasting relationships more quickly. When you connect with others and meet them where they are at, you can create meaningful relationships that last. If they're not at your level, you can build them up to your level. That effort will create benefit for both. In so doing, you will also gain more respect from your peers. Dale Carnegie had a quote, and I'm going to look that one up. It's about praise and appreciation. It fits in just perfectly with that.
ooh, these guys are not having fun. They look a little upset. The gentleman on the left looks like he's trying to get a difficult message across, and the gentleman on the right just does not seem to be taking it well. You know, how fabulous would it be if you were able to learn how to handle these difficult situations, where you can manage your emotions, where you're feeling safe in relaying whatever that difficult message is, but most importantly, you're making that other person feel safe. You're respecting him, and he in turn is going to be respecting you. So stay tuned. You're going to learn a little bit more about difficult situations later on in the webinar.
Learning how to ethically influence people's hearts and minds will reward you with the positive decisions and actions you desire. How we interact and when we do it ethically will create a positive influence on the minds and hearts of people we deal with. Result, you will be rewarded in a very positive way. The sales professional. You will better express your unique value proposition and increase decision making, leading to higher sales and revenues. The more you go into any sales relationship with a win-win attitude for both you and your prospect, the better your closing rate will become. You're okay if they buy it. You're okay if they don't buy it. It's a win-win. No one feels threatened or pushed into anything.
So you're probably wondering by now, all this communication talk and being a skilled communicator, you're wondering if this is for you. Well, just by the fact that you registered for this, you realize that how valuable, powerful communications are, and building genuine, long-lasting rapport is extremely important to you. And you're committed to building a better life for you and your family, and you take responsibility for your part of any relationship. So you're definitely in the right place.
Expectations. This presentation will last for roughly 60 minutes, give or take a little bit. Eliminate distractions, take notes. There's specialists on the call. Type in questions and they will answer. And then we'll have a Q&A at the end. Okay. Expectations, what it's not. Not an average course. Not for people that are not ready for transformational change. Not for people that are dishonest or lack integrity. Okay. Okay, now we got, give me a split second here, technical. Okay.
We've got an echo. This is one of my favorite slides. I get to introduce my husband, John. He is one of the co-founders of J&J Digital Marketing. John is also a certified peer coach, speaker, and trainer, and he has been a student of personal development for 20 years. And connecting and communicating with everyone has sort of been his niche. He's thoroughly enjoyed that. He is fluent in English and in Dutch, and when he is not practicing verbal aikido, in other words, when he's a little bit upset with his wife, he speaks Dutch. However, I am catching on, so he's in trouble. His other great passion is photography. He is an award-winning photographer. He has won numerous prizes, and he's taken those pictures on his world travel. They're absolutely amazing. When you get to meet John, you should ask him to see some of his pictures. He is also, and this is something he's very proud of, he is a licensed verbal aikido master trainer working with James McNeil.
And here's my lovely wife, Anne. She's the other co-founder of J&J Digital Marketing. J for John, A for Anne, and J for Jansen. Okay, she's also been in personal development 20 years, so that's a good fit. She's the author of the soon-to-be published book, Interrupted Perceptions, due out in the end of November.
So you say.
Okay, she's 25 years plus in the legal profession, specializing in breaking the communication barrier between lawyers and clients, helping clients understand the various court processes. And she's an avid reader, and I have to compete with her for time with her books. And verbal Aikido master trainer, which she's also very, very proud of. Okay?
I am.
Yep.
It's my new calling.
Okay. Next. Oh, this is a good one. Shocking confession. We've been students of personal development for 20 years plus. In the beginning, applied it, and it made a huge difference. When the application aspect faded, we started to wonder, why wasn't it working? When we started applying what we knew and had learned, our growth went into acceleration mode. Life is continually improving. So the key from this is, okay, personal development is great. And I mean, I've followed it, and I've had peaks, and I've also had times where, hey, I was still doing the personal development, but I wasn't applying it as well. And then you wonder, why are you not growing, or why are you not moving forward? And I don't care what industry, what business, a person that does personal development, it has been proven time and time again, they will accelerate in growth. Their finances will improve. Their whole life will improve. And that is a proven fact. Okay, when life turns upside down, and that can happen to any one of us, and you see accidents on the road, and you think, oh, that'll never happen to me. Well, I was a professional driver, and I can attest I've seen many accidents, and the last thing I expected was to be in an accident, but it happened. Result, I was unable to walk or use my right arm. The mental torment by my own insurance company was worse than the physical injuries. Yes, I still suffer from the physical injuries, but the torment they put me through, no one should have to go through. And it was a long recovery, walk again, full use of arm, okay? But it took persistence. When life hits you, you have to get up and keep going to the best of your ability. And it's not going to be easy. If it is, it's up to me. So I kept going. Did I have failure? Yes, I did, but I never quit. It's not how many times you fall, it's how many times you pick yourself up. Result, I don't know how to quit. And am I excited about our future? And how many people we can help achieve success? You want to believe it. Okay, and then it's time to adapt. You learn to adjust when it doesn't go as planned. Change is inevitable. Choice, adapt, or get left behind. Find what works and apply it. Well, things weren't working. No income. Found digital marketing. No longer the hunter. Have become the hunted. Clients come to us. Transition. Start to build a communication product. We were introduced to James McNeil, Verbal Aikido, and most advanced communication program we have ever encountered. And as a result, we've left the other communication programs behind because this is so much superior. Not that the other ones weren't good. We learned a lot from them. But this has taken it up so many levels. It's just incredible. And that's what excites us. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, this is James McNeil. You've heard us mention him before. James is the author and founder of Verbal Aikido. James has achieved international success as a best-selling author, and he's a well-respected coach and highly sought-after keynote speaker, and has over 25 years in the field, and he has helped thousands of people in becoming the best possible version of themselves. James has also addressed more than 2,000 live audiences, and he sold more than $1 million in a single 75-minute presentation. I want to be James when I grow up.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. We're just having a few technical difficulties. We thank you for your grace. So you're wondering, why is this so crucial now? Well, my belief is that, we as a society, we're missing connections. It's been said that our relationships are a mile wide, but they're only an inch deep. So would you not agree that communication is almost everything, and almost everything communicates? Communication is currency. Everyone is talking. Is anybody listening?
Okay. To strike the right chord, it's important to be able to communicate. How effectively? To be a skilled communicator means you connect and meet people where they're at. You build that bridge. You take the time to listen. Then you communicate honestly, openly, respectfully. I think these guys got it down pat. And directly. No hidden agendas. You build them up. And when you build other people up, they're going to respect you and you're going to have a lot better relationships. Here's the founder's son, founder of Aikido and Kishimara Yoshiba. And his quote, when the mind and body are unified by Nen, harmonizes with the principle of an ordered universe, a person becomes free of self-centeredness and self-consciousness. Have you ever felt super present, sharper, all the right thoughts, feelings, and actions happening at the same time, that you were moving faster than real life? In other words, you felt in the zone. Aikido believes that ki to universal power flows through us. Ki can only be stopped when we attach our ego and our own agenda to our relationships. The Christian faith refers to this as quenching the spirit, pure presence, no more victims. There is no more us and them. There is only us and we are well. Is this not powerful?
So, verbal Aikido is founded on the principles of mutual respect. When you practice verbal Aikido, you're going to come from a place of having the ability to control self, control your emotions, taking your ego out of the way. And by controlling self, you're able to manage any interaction you have. And when you're able to manage your interactions in an ethical and respectful manner, this allows you to ethically influence others, where they can make the best decision for them, not for you, but for them.
Through self-control and calmness, with determination and confidence, you have a willpower with balance. When you communicate this way, your interactions and message project out to the world in a safe manner that benefits everyone who hears it.
Bruce Lee, a lot of people think of him as this martial artist and actor, but as you can see by this quote, he's a very wise man. Notice that the stiffest tree is most easily cracked, while the bamboo or willow survives by bending with the wind. Being flexible in life, being flexible in our communications with others does not equal weakness. Being flexible actually requires great strength. Being able to adapt to situations requires great strength. When you're flexible and adaptable, you're striking the right chord with people. You're making sure that they feel heard and respected. That's key with any communications.
There are 3 keys to a compelling objective. To be fully understood, you need to be clear about what your objective is. Number 1, you need to be honest and direct in your communication. What do you really want? And honesty, that comes above all else. If that honesty is not there, you break all trust. You need to be reasonable. Is your partner feeling safe and interested? Speaking in innuendos only breeds distrust and misunderstanding. Trying to be clever and speak through the back door doesn't serve your purpose. How much time do you have to discuss this? Really clever people are honest and clear about their objectives. And then we are rational and you can question and challenge your thinking.
The communication philosophy of verbal Aikido is a radical shift to a grace-based system. What a concept. Being kind to one another just because. There's no other ulterior motive. The more you serve, the more you deserve. Your income, if you're wondering why your income is not where it's supposed to be, I guarantee you it is because you are not serving enough. And it doesn't mean, bowing down to your boss or, being sort of, feeling like a victim. Service means making sure you're there and sometimes thinking outside your box. And as all great leaders, whether they're political, spiritual, or business, they all come from a place of service. The more you serve, the more you deserve.
Okay, the ultimate rapport strategy. There's nothing more important than true rapport with another person. It's the bridge between souls. It creates mutual trust or emotional affinity or mutual understanding, resonance, harmony, affinity, and empathy.
Influencing others. I know there's a joke around, I just can't remember it at the moment, about being the brightest or not the brightest light bulb of the pack. Being the leader of the pack sometimes is ethically influencing others for their greater good. You're not going to overshadow them. You're going to allow them to shine. That's ethical influence. Grace. Let's just take a minute and really think about the word grace. It is a word that is generally defined as unmerited favor or undeserved kindness. In society today, we've sort of lost this ability to extend grace without judgment. We think people have to earn the right for us to be nice to them. Why can we not just be compassionate for the sake of being compassionate? Just be nice for the sake of being nice. What's wrong with that? Let's do it. So those of us who are practicing living verbal Aikido have taken the concept of grace one step further. We like to refer to it as irresistible grace. With irresistible grace, we can be more irresistible in our connections and communications when building rapport, quickly, consistently, and genuinely. Here's a model that you can apply to every interaction with respect to grace. Now, it's spelled a little differently, but the concept is the same. G is for genuine, R is for respect, A is acceptance, I is interest, S is service. And genuine, the G sort of applies to all of this. Genuine respect, genuine acceptance, genuine interest, and genuine service. It's about being real.
And being genuine, how wonderful would it be if we all just communicated from a place of authenticity? When everyone feels understood, heard, and respected, do you not think our world, social, and business would be better off, more productive, and more socially aware? The repulsion of sincerity, the appeal of authenticity, the value of appropriate vulnerability. And then we come up with, this slide's great, but I'll let my wife do it.
Just to briefly recap, true respect. As you can see from this picture, these are likely gentlemen from different cultures, and they are showing respect to each other. By showing respect, you're also making the other person feel comfortable, and you're comfortable. That's key. Respect equals comfort, in my thinking. And, just to recap again, genuine acceptance, where you come and meet any situation, any person with a clean slate. You can accept their message without agreeing or disagreeing. And then, when you meet that person with a clean slate and you're willing to accept their message without agreeing or disagreeing, you can't help but suspend judgment. So we are building a model that works. Whenever we meet someone and we issue to them genuine grace, genuine acceptance, genuine interest, and genuine service, they in turn will be drawn into this kind of grace. And the interactions are just phenomenal when this happens.
The egoless self is open, flexible, supple, fluid, and dynamic in body, mind, and spirit. Kishimara Yeshiva. He's the son of the founder again. And difficult people think we're difficult.
I'm not difficult.
You're not?
No, I'm perfect.
I'm handling the objection. Objections are rarely objections. There are no difficult people. We are simply missing the connection. Start listening. Show them that you're listening. Physical signs, nod, grunt, not moan or grunt. It's not about them. It's not about you. It's about us. About us, the relationship. Before you move forward, you need yes. If you don't push, then I don't need to get resistance. Stop pushing, start listening. Sorry about that. Those pictures went backwards on me.
You know, and I would hazard a guess here, that a lot of people think this is controversial. The person that you are thinking is difficult, they're likely thinking the same thing of you. Just, stop and think about that for a minute. Communication challenge capacity.
Channel.
I'm sorry. Tonight is a challenge for me. We have thousands, tens of thousands of thoughts and feelings going through our minds in minutes and in seconds. And trying to express those is like trying to put all those thoughts and feelings and emotions through a raging river. It's just, it's coming oh so fast. You don't know how to deal with it sometimes. So when you speak to someone in person, you're trying to relay those thoughts. You're narrowing them down. It's like putting stuff through a fire hose. See, the firemen are doing a great job. Now, let's say you want to speak to someone on the phone or you're doing a video conference. You're narrowing it down even further. All that information you're trying to get across, it is now being put through a garden hose. Okay, wow, that's a nice looking garden. Now, let's go even further. You're typing out an email. You're trying to relay all these thoughts and emotions in an email, and we know there's so many proper forms and improper forms to email. So now, putting all that information is like sticking all that through a straw. And now, and my son is brilliant at this, texting. You're relaying all these emotions now through text, and a lot of times things go the wrong way. It's like everything now that you're trying to relay is going through a syringe. And I don't know about you, but I really do not like needles.
Okay, we've come to anybody in the audience have any questions at this point in time? And I was also wanting to ask Jane if what sort of impact has this had on your life since you encountered this?
Are you still there, Jane?
You hear me?
I think we lost Jane.
Did we lose Jane? Or is she muted? 1 second here. Let's see here.
Stop.
Okay.
There's Jane.
There's Jane. She's on.
Yes, I got disconnected.
Oh dear.
Oh, okay, sorry. You're
but
back on.
We have you now.
That's okay. I just got back on.
Great. I see Wayne's on. Great. Jane, I was just wondering, guys, since you've been involved with verbal keto, what sort of impact has that had on your life? Or do you mind sharing that?
Sure. Actually, I'm going to say that it's had a multiple impact on my life. Number one, I'm in private practice. I'm a nutritionist, and I have found that I am able to have greater rapport with my clients. I am able to truly hear what they are looking for, to truly hear what I need to do for them, get my agenda out of the way and help them with their concerns. and having done that, my business has grown exponentially within the 3 months that I've taken the verb since April, Verbal Aikido. From a personal standpoint, I've had some opportunities where I've had to practice Verbal Aikido in difficult conversations, and I find myself always using more grace. And I'm noticing that with that, I'm able to mend some fences and maintain and develop greater relationships because I'm very clear and careful in how I speak to people. And I now understand more fully that in all my relationships, if there's any kind of, moments where you need to have a conversation, I'm really looking at my objective. And my objective always is to maintain peace and harmony with people. And I'm finding that I'm able to do that, and it's been incredible. From a personal, family perspective, I'm finding that I'm able to really articulate what it is that is important to me. And also, I've been able to truly listen to people more carefully. And lastly, I belong to a business networking group. And from the Verbal Aikido, I've really learned how to communicate more effectively. Each week, we have a trophy that goes out to the best infomercial. I've been a member now for just shy of a couple of months. And I even won the award again this morning.
Again?
Congratulations.
Yeah, this morning I did. And so it's allowed me to bring in more humor, more grace, more discipline for myself, and allows me to develop way more genuine relationships. And also I am doing things that I didn't expect to do. One of them being doing more presentations for the public, and it's allowing me to just take the initiative, make the phone call, show up, and do my presentation. So have to say, all in all, it's absolutely a winner.
Oh, fabulous.
Thank you ever so much there, Jane.
And you're a winner.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. So hopefully everyone can see the benefits that, not just to your personal life, but to your business life as well. And I know this is sort of a business-based webinar tonight. So hopefully you've heard what Jane has had to say, that this just improves multitudes of all aspects of your life.
Okay, let's carry on. Okay?
Okay.
Because we want to keep in mind everybody's time is very valuable. Okay? Verbal Aikido, pure communications mastery, is the art and science of ultimate success. It's communication at its purest form. It's the ultimate success tool. The world belongs to the learners and the communicators. What is Verbal Aikido? Okay, I stands for harmony. Ki stands for power, and Do the path, which is the powerful path to peace. Verbal is simply communication at its purest form. And Aikido is a form of martial art. There are really three key forms that we focus on. The push-push, where both people come out bloodied. The push-pull, where one combatant uses the other's energy to their own advantage. The push, respect the other opponent's energy, redirect that energy, maintain balance. That is Aikido. Why is this so special?
Well, right now we're in a culture where manipulation, domination, and control of others has become really prevalent. And especially in our communication strategies. Verbal Aikido stands out as a startling counterculture to that philosophy. How phenomenal is that?
Remember those family dinners you used to have where sometimes the conversation and tone got so loud and heated that we thought World War III was starting? But at the end of the day, we were all friends and family, safe in knowing that we're all okay and we didn't have to agree. We were accepted.
Oh, you've had dinner with my parents.
Yes, I have.
That's a Wilford dinner.
Okay. It interrupts our culture of transactional relationships. It allows you to have those discussions where people may not necessarily agree with each other, but they can come away from the discussion feeling heard and understood. Okay, here's one of our other licensees, and she's not on the call tonight. And this is her feelings about, she couldn't be happier with her purchase. I'm so thankful to James McNeil for introducing me to his Verbal Aikido home study course. I found the section about managing interaction so powerful that I applied it immediately to a challenging relationship in my life with wonderful life-changing results. And because of this, I chose to have my teenage children go through the course too, as it will benefit them not only with their interactions with family and friends, but with their teachers, employers, and business interactions of the future. This material is powerful and transformational.
Thanks, Jane.
Okay. And
so what do you want Verbal Aikido to do for you? Do you want to have relationship mastery? Do you want to be able to have a complete communications tool set? You know, have you ever come out of a conversation or an interaction where you're going, woof, woof, and you don't know what you wanted to say? Well, how would you like to feel never intimidated again? No more hot buttons. I love this part because I no longer have any hot buttons. How would you like to have the power of ethical persuasion? Be able to walk with safe strength and assertiveness and feel heard, understood, accepted, and respected. And have the other person feel heard, understood, accepted, and respected as well. Why am I so passionate for Verbal Aikido? Well, imagine no longer feeling like a victim. You're empowered. Just a little bit about my story. I had a lot of acquaintances at school, but not many friends. I had a large overbite, so I was always allowed to be on the fringe of the cool kids group so that they had somebody to make fun of. And as you've heard, I'm an avid reader. John competes with my books, so he says. But I still had trouble at school. I was considered slow at home and at school. Long story short, I'm a single parent. My daughter is 12 years old. She's having issues at school. Now, she's told me she's having issues with a teacher. The school has come back and said, well, no, we think she has a learning disability. We're going to send her for some tests. So I broke the news to my daughter, Christina, and she said, there's no way I'm going for these tests. I'm not stupid. I said, we realize you're not stupid, but, you know, the school says you have to take these tests or you can't go back to school. Fine, I'll go, but I don't really want to. So I said, well, I will go with you. So we both took the test, and the results came in, and lo and behold, it's as I thought. Christina's brilliant. I, as it turns out, am the one with the learning disability. A light bulb went off. I wasn't stupid or damaged or slow, and you know, I know stupid is not really the correct way to say it, but that's how I always grew up feeling, that I was stupid. I was just missing something. And it turned out I wasn't. I was actually really smart. I just had to learn how to look at things differently. When I found that out, that was my day where I drew the line in the sand. No longer was I going to be a victim. But I had to learn how to undo all the stuff that I had done to myself. You know, my parents did the best they could do. They loved me, and they did what they knew how to do. So I no longer felt like a victim, but I had to learn my way through it. And I wanted to help other people get there as well. I just didn't know how to do it. Yes, I'm moving along. Then I met James, and he introduced me to Verbal Aikido. And my world opened. I know now how to empower people. I walk with calm confidence, with quiet strength, with acceptance, and I walk with purpose. This is my passion.
Okay. Verbal Aikido is new. That's why so many of you have never heard of it. It allows you to be more, give more, become more. That is why we are so passionate about sharing this life-changing message. I promise you, once you start applying what you learn here tonight, and if you choose to learn more about Verbal Aikido, you will see a change in yourself, others will see a change in you, and your world will change for the better. This is a never-before-assembled treasure trove of time-tested content that is at once skill-improving, mindset-changing, and life-transforming. Result, since this was our passion, we become licensed trainers. This program is specifically designed for those who want to build better relationships, be able to handle those difficult conversations, and those who want to ethically influence them to make informed decisions in their best interest, not ours. And then, of course, hey,
that was a difficult conversation for the poor snake.
No. Wait a second. Okay, you will be able to handle any situation with calm confidence and safe strength. That eagle has got all the safe strength going and calm confidence to handle it. The snake,
he's negotiating his way through.
Yeah, well, being sure of yourself, your strengths and weaknesses without feeling the need to be aggressive, and safe assertiveness.
The snake is asserting, don't eat me, don't eat me. You know, then you are who James has designed this course for. And as you can tell, we all like to have fun, the licensees and James as well. So, you know, this course, this program, could be the solutions to whatever problems you think you're having with your communication skills, with your connections.
And here's how we're going to do it. What you'll learn. The future belongs to the communicator. See the importance and value of being on the cutting edge of effective and authentic communications. How well we connect with others will have a direct bearing on where we end up in life. There's a saying that goes wait a second, about the learned. Yeah, the people that are learned, they will stay stagnant or something.
I have no idea what you are.
And then people that are learning are, they will grow. But people that know it all already, they will stay behind. Communications 101. Learn the foundational principles of communication that will allow you to successfully handle any conversation in a respectful, authentic, and effective way.
You're also going to learn emotional intelligent communication. You're going to be able to focus on emotional intelligence, discover how your activity to sense and your ability to manage emotions is the foundation of a great communicator. Communication science. Communication is a science that includes the core concepts behind effective interactions. I like these little guys. Where'd you get them? You see, the sweet spot in between there is relevance. What you say and their interest. When they both meet, it's relevant to everybody. You're going to learn the power of influence. You're going to learn how to appropriately and effectively influence people and ethically move hearts and minds to conclusions, conviction, and action. You're going to learn the ultimate rapport strategy. Learn the secrets to rapport and how to consistently connect with people quickly and genuinely to create lasting and meaningful relationships. Best girlfriends.
Yeah.
You're going to learn how to show appreciation, expand your awareness, strengthen your relationships, increase efficiency, foster trust, and be able to share goals with everyone.
Enlightened assertiveness. Learn how to effectively, respectfully resolve issues you feel strongly about while managing your emotions, respecting the rights of others. In today's society, okay, the millennial generation, or what they're called, they believe that they're entitled. And they figure they deserve this, deserve that. What happens actually is deserve in Greek stands for service. So what service have you performed to be entitled to that? Right now, it's not a case of entitlement. It's a case, hey, you performed a service? Yes, then you have the right to deserve it. And so I find that a great way of explaining it, especially, younger generation, they seem to think that, they don't have to work for it. They can just get it. And this here, this makes a huge difference. So
the benefits when you apply them, and I know this has happened to me, your income increases 2 to 3 times without even realizing it. Your relationships, your family, your social relationships improve dramatically. Every aspect of your life just gets better. Do you think you could do this with our help? Yes? No? Maybe? Here's Martin.
If you've ever been in a situation where you couldn't ask for what you wanted for, you need communication skills. Whether it's in a relationship or asking for a raise or asking your client for a contract, you need communication skills. There's nothing better than pure communications mastery from Verbal Keto. Hi, I'm Martin Wales, the former host of Microsoft's Your Business, Entrepreneur Magazine's eBiz show, and many other radio and television shows. And I know that when I have on someone who can't communicate, it's not a great show. So if you want your life to have what you want in it, then you need to know how to ask, and you need to know how to listen so you can help people walk away from the table, whether it's negotiations or sales or personal relationships, feeling great too. I highly recommend this webinar with my friend John Wayne Jensen. Make sure you attend. Register now.
Thanks, Martin.
if you want to be able to handle any situation from business to personal, then you need acute communication skills. Verbal Aikido gives you the power to negotiate any circumstance so that both parties feel heard and recognized. Everyone talks about win-win, but this is how you can accomplish it with ease and grace. Banks and corporations have seen the need. They paid in excess of $40,000 for it. And to access this information, you're getting the exact course we personally used. We have 8 modules filmed in HD, an overall average of 20 minutes of teaching on each video. It's an overview. Okay, these are backwards. Sorry about that. Insightful assessment tools. Powerful insight to where you're at. Shows you how you can maximize strengths and weaknesses. 52 instructional online video sessions. Videos and training average 20 minutes plus minus. In-depth explanation, when applied, does wonders. An expansive full-color PDF workbook. More impactful learning. Finish assignments, take notes, create lasting memories to pass on to others, create your own legacy. MP3 audio downloads for convenient listening. When traveling, turn time into listening time. Personal university. Time cannot be replaced. Use it wisely and you will benefit. Available 24/7. Anytime this available with no restrictions. Adjust your schedule to suit your needs. Flexibility that works in your favor. And you can track your progress, being able to measure your results, a guide to live up to see your results, to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And learn at your own pace. Schedule what works best for yourself. Structure so that you are accountable and apply and benefit accordingly. Exercises to develop skills and form habits. To form or break a habit takes 21 days of consistent effort. Takes time to develop new skills. End result makes it worthwhile. Here's a breakdown of what you're getting. 8 chapters filmed in HD, $3,500 value. Insightful assessment tools, $499. 52 instructional online video sessions, $8,500. An expansive full-color PDF workbook, $499. MP3 audio downloads for convenient listening, a $999 value. Available 24/7, a priceless value. Track your progress, a priceless value. Learn at your own pace, that's priceless. Exercises to develop skills and form habits, that's a priceless value. And for a total of $13,997. And boy, that's a scary number, right? It's over. It's less than half than what the banks were paying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we are not here to scare you tonight, because okay, what's the price? Well, at least $250 for 1 hour of my time. Daily rate to corporations are $5,000 a day to teach their staff as a minimum. However, who would like a discount? We realize the transformational power of this course. We want this to be accessible to most everyone. We dropped to $9,997. But wait, I'll make this even better. We thought about it. It still needs to be better. We want you to manage this. So we have made it an absolute bargain. Not $997. JAJdigitalmarketing.com/go, you can register for the course. But all in, a webinar special for $497. If you go to JAJdigitalmarketing.com/go, then you can register and download the course. But I'll do even one better. Pay in full today, just $497. Or just payments of $3 payments of $199. So if $497 is too much, we just break it down. And you can do that at JAJdigitalmarketing.com/go. That's the best deal. There is zero risk, no questions asked, 100% satisfaction guarantee or your money back. If you don't feel you got at least 10 times the value of your investment in the first 30 days, I will refund 100% of your money. This is what it looks like when you go to the page for the $497, and there's a similar page for the $199, just depending what button you choose. And it has made a substantial difference in our lives. What it has done for us and how it's improved our lives has been phenomenal. And I can only say, take the time to take this course, because it will make a huge improvement for you. So if you want to improve your relationships and income, make that change. We will add even more value to ensure your success. You can only gain with this. We have the community to support you and help you to get the results you're looking for. Do you think you can achieve change with our help? This is more comfortable for you. Have it down to 3 easy payments, just 3 payments of $199 per month. If you go to JAJdigitalmarketing.com/go, you can order the course.
Oops.
What happened there? Okay, go to register for your ticket. Okay, I'll let Ann go.
So you've heard all the stuff tonight on the webinar, what this can do for you, how it can improve your personal life and your business life. So I can't emphasize it strong enough. Take that first step. John has made it easy for you because we know not everybody has that money lying around. So 3 easy payments of $199 a month, that's doable. You might have to adjust priorities, but it is so worth it. So don't miss out on this fabulous opportunity. Go ahead, take that first step. Go to jjdigitalmarketing.com/go.
Are you ready for the change? Click here now. Okay. Oh, what's happened here? I don't know. Oh,
Technical difficulties?
Technical difficulty. Shoot. It was opening up the internet page.
Well, we know the link works.
The link works. Now we're going to come to the end. We're going to have a question and answer session for anybody that has any questions. And in the meantime, you can go to jjdigitalmarketing.com/go and order your online course there. And you have the choice between whether you want to do the $497 in one shot or the $199 over 3 months. So anybody got any questions at this point in time? I think we did pretty good. We got this 9:02.
Well, just 2 minutes over. You spoke too long.
Oh, did I? Okay. So, can you unmute Wayne, please? Can you hear us?
I think you have to unmute him.
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yes,
I
we
can.
can. How is my friend Wayne this evening?
Wayne is doing awesome.
Cool.
Okay.
Thanks for inviting me, you guys. I really appreciate that.
Oh, thank you for coming on with us.
Okay, I'm just wondering here, Wayne, we've got some attendees here. I'm wondering if they have any questions. Have you seen any questions coming through?
I did see a question by George a little bit earlier, and he was, if I could read it, George, if you don't mind. He said, being heard and being respected is not enough. Both sides have to have the same frame of mind. This will never happen when there's conflict. How does verbal Aikido step in? Remember, when I have a conflict, I want to be compensated. I do not want to take more losses. So how does Aikido ensure that I will not have further losses rammed down my throat? And I love, George, I love how you worded that. And if you guys don't mind, I kind of want to address this.
Oh, please do.
George, that is so similar to me and my mindset and my makeup in regards to when I'm speaking to someone, especially when I feel, as many of us do, that I'm in the right when I'm having a conversation. So yeah, I might be wanting to listen to what someone has to say, but if I believe I'm right, the conversation really isn't going to go anywhere. And if I could just, if I could just tell a quick little story so that I can kind of elaborate on this a little bit. A couple of weeks ago, I got a letter in the mail in regards to my son. Now, he's going to high school, and which school he was going to, and I was taken aback because it's a different school than my older son. They live in the same house. So because of the growth in the area, one is zoned that he has to go to one school, and the other one now is zoned that he has to go to the other school. So can you imagine, you've got two kids, both in high school, both a couple of grades apart, and they're not going to be able to grow up together and go to school together. So I'll be honest with you guys, I was livid. I had to count to 10, throw on my verbal Aikido my verbal Aikido bracelets here, calm myself down. These elastic bands, I love them. One says influence others, the other one says control self, one says manage interactions, and I had to chuckle to myself after, and I said, listen, you're not a very good verbal Aikidoko, Wayne, if you can't deal with this. So what I had to do is I had to contact both principals in both schools and convince them why my son should be going to the school that his brother goes to. Now, and George, this is what I'm trying to get back to what you were saying in regards to if there's conflict, referring to the person. These are two very high, powerful individuals. Yet I felt as though, and rightfully so, as the parent, that I was in the right by having to have my child attend the same school as his brother when they live in the same house. So the first principal I attended, and I explained the situation to her. Now, remember, I have my verbal Aikido hat on, so I'm not going there to start a war. I'm not going there to do any taekwondo or boxing. I'm going there doing verbal Aikido. So instead of going there being confrontational, I went there very meek, not trying to start a fight, not trying to say how right I am, just explaining to her the situation. And before I could even flip my next switch in regards to what I was going to say, she says, you know what? Thank you so much for coming in and explaining it the way that you did, because other parents that get so upset when they come, it's normally something that I have to explain and justify in the whole nine. She signed the release in like 5 minutes. And I thought to myself, I was walking the car, my goodness, this verbal Aikido really works. Because instead of going in there and fight, I went in there and I explained my situation, and because she expected a fight, and I didn't fight her, I was able to get what I want. Now, fast forward, now guys, I'm almost done. Fast forward to now the next principle. Now, here's where the problems, let me rephrase that. Here's where the impossibility normally lies, because it's one thing for the other principal to release the student,
Right.
but the other one is where they say it's almost impossible to do because the school is booked and it's full.
Right.
So they say normally you don't get through to this principal. So anyway, made the appointment, sat down with her, and as soon as she sat down, now keeping in mind I knew how the other conversation went. I sat down and I said, listen, I understand how hard this must be for you because you are put in a very difficult position. Because here you are as the principal of the school that's fully booked, but you've got all these kids that are wanting to come here that are, steps away, and you must have really, really, really livid parents. And she looked at me cross-eyed, and she said, as a matter of fact, as you say that, yes, that does happen quite a bit. So I didn't go there fighting. I asked her a question, I related to her situation, and we had a little back and forth. And when I explained to her that my kids, that one of my older kids go there, and explained to her the situation, I even told her, listen, I went to school with my brother, and we were able to build such a good, close relationship. To this day, we're close. Guys, at the end of, and this one was longer, 10, 15-minute conversation, she signed off on my son going to the school. And trust me when I say this, I was told that it cannot be done. And so when I say verbal Aikido for me is priceless, there is no price point I can put on my kids being able to go to the same school. The memories that they will have, the ability to go to school together, you can't put a price tag on that. And I know for a fact that there is no way in the world that would have ever happened without a verbal Aikido, where I heard what they had to say, they heard what I had to say, we were able to communicate openly, and because of that I was able to get him.
Fabulous. So you went to understand their situation as well.
Oh, without a doubt. And before, I wouldn't have done that before. I would have went in there as the angry parent, only looking at it from my eyes and saying, how dare you? Instead, I saw where they were coming from and saying, hey, you know what? You're just doing your job. It's got to be difficult. And because of that, I was able to hear them. Then it worked out better than I could have ever expected.
Oh, fabulous. Good for you. So does that help you, George? I hope that helps. Okay.